We all have our place. It's what makes the Nexus tick. To keep the heart beating and the throngs of freedom alive, we work together, doing our part, in our own little way. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Cosy Reads. I hope you've all been keeping well. Welcome to part 4 of the series, A Nexus of Outliers. With the group clearing the maze, they showed their resilience and how hard they wanted to fight for their freedom. The group were given some respite before seeing the heart of the Nexus. As the group followed Locke, they struggled to fathom how deep the underground area went. Once they left the maze, they wandered for a bit, before arriving at a body of water with a boat and captain sitting on top. The captain seemed nice enough, except he kept it very much to himself, not asking many questions to the group. Him and Locke spoke a bit, but for the most part, the captain was quiet. He seemed to have aquatic features like gills, webbed fingers, and mist-coloured skin. It was clear he was like them. He was part animal. It made them wonder how many part animal people were actually part of the Nexus. It made sense for a lot of them to find refuge here. They were the ones hounded the most by the government and the Reapers, as their mutations were clear to see. This is one of the perks of the jobs that I truly enjoy, Locke thought to himself. He was a big fan of water and he loved boat rides, especially this one. It was always so calm and soothing. He could just melt into the boat and allow the waves to rock him back and forth. He always took a short nap while on the boat, asking the captain if he could watch over the group while he rested. The cavern where they took their boat ride was well lit, with artificial light that bounced off of the precious stones, minerals and gems that littered the cavern walls. They provided such a glow to them, seeming almost like stars spread out on a picturesque canvas. The group also loved this calm state. While they were still on edge from the maze, it was nice to have this break, to be able to relax for a bit and just let the water carry them forward. "We're reaching shore," the captain spoke. He had a rough, gravelly voice, almost as if he was gargling water while speaking. "Ah, we're here. Alright everyone, get yourselves ready. We'll be touching land soon and heading to the next leg of our journey," Locke explained to the group. The boat soon reached a dock. The captain tied the boat to the dock, pulled it in, and him and Locke helped everyone off the boat. The group thanked the captain for the trip, to which the captain nodded, and Locke gave him some gold coins to say thanks. As the group and Locke started to make their way further down the cavern, the captain called to them, telling them to be strong. They'll be safe here if they truly want that freedom. Their journey from the boat to their destination was not too far, but still everyone was feeling quite tired. They had been walking for God knows how long, and so they were all relieved when they reached an exit that led into another building. This building was far bigger than the cafe. There were many rooms and floors. It seemed like an office building with people running around. There were people of all shapes and sizes. Some could fly, while others were floating by on important phone calls, or zipping about carrying messages from person to person. There were other beings like them, part animal, such as cat people who held their head high, almost looking down at the group. Dog people who seemed more approachable, but still seemed quite busy. There were those who had multiple arms and legs, those who could create flames from their hands, and those who could spew large amounts of water from their mouths. There were tiny humanoid beings who could whip up winds to carry things, and people who could create platforms from earth and dirt. This place was incredible and overwhelming. The group did not know how to feel. It was nice seeing so many proud individuals together, but with so many, it was interesting to think that so many of them were outcasts. "This way, and we'll get you all registered," Locke said. "Oh, and apologies, I know this can be quite overwhelming seeing so many people here, but trust me, they're all here for similar reasons that you are. They're here to be able to live freely, without having to answer to the government or the Reapers. This place is where a lot of them work or meet up, which is why it is in the shape of an office building. This is also where we induct new people, and see if they are Nexus material." On this last part, the group murmured amongst themselves. They'd already done the maze trial. Would this place be the same? Would they have to do another trial? "Hey Cassie, how's things?" Locke said to the receptionist. She was a slender woman from the top half anyway, as the group could not see her bottom half due to it being hidden. Her skin was a bit pale and blue, and she had a small beak for a mouth. "Oh, well if Liz isn't my favourite agent. You know I always love when you come visiting. You should do that more often. And things are okay, I can't really complain. Love the job you do, and you'll never work a day in your life and all that. How is everything with you? And I'm guessing these are the new joiners?" Cassie responded. Locke liked speaking to her. It helped that they were together, or at least dating, but she was always someone that he got along well with. "I'm doing well. I decided to take on your positive outlook on work, and to be honest, it helps. I do like what I do, so I can't complain, especially seeing the joy on people's faces when we manage to help them. But enough about that. Yep, these are the new bloods, and I'm here to get them registered, Locke said. At this, Cassie nodded and smiled before a tentacled arm reached out and grabbed a folder from a shelf. Then another reached out and grabbed a pen. Then another reached out and grabbed a stack of papers, before one more reached out to grab a stamp. Cassie was part octopus, and so her multiple arms helped her massively in her job. The group was stunned, more so because they were not used to seeing people so openly use their mutations. It filled them with joy knowing that people could be so free here. Well then, let's get you all signed in, Cassie said before motioning the group forward. Oh, and apologies for the change in audio. My microphone decided to act up during recording. But to finish off, and that brings chapter 4 of this series to an end. I hope you've all enjoyed this chapter, and let me know what you thought of it. While the heart of the Nexus seems like just an office building, it's home to many outcasts and outliers, those who society deemed too different to be a part of. The heart has many places in it, places where people can get medical help, places where people can learn and grow, places where people can train and fight. There are many halls to the Nexus and many branching paths. It keeps itself hidden with its twisting corridors and hallways, ensuring the people inside can do their business in peace. What did you think of the Nexus and of the people who work there? And if you could be an individual in the Nexus, what type of mutation would you have? As the story progresses, we'll discover more outliers and see just what they do to keep the Nexus beating. So until then, I hope you've all sufficiently warmed up and that this story has brought you some level of comfort. I wish you safe travels on the journey of life, and feel free to come back again whenever you need a new story to warm your day.